I recently made a video where I talked about these unreleased street wheels from Bones, where I talked about why I think they're gonna change street skateboarding forever, because they are this incredible hybrid between a cruiser wheel that can go over rough ground, but they retain the ability to power slide, tail slide, do all this sliding that you need in the streets. These are 93A wheels, so they're on the softer side, and you know, I just found these wheels absolutely fascinating, and I got tons and tons of comments on this video being like, what about the Ricta Clouds? Now, I have heard about the Ricta Clouds in the past. I always assumed that they would feel more like a cruiser wheel. I was like, 92A, there's no way that's gonna work for actually doing tricks, skating ledges, and things like that. But after seeing all these comments, and given the fact that Bones is not actually paying me to endorse their wheels, not yet, I decided to pick up some Ricta Clouds and try them out for myself. So these Bones wheels, they're designed for the streets. They're 93A, I believe. I picked up these Ricta Clouds, which are 92A. They're the hardest Ricta Clouds on the market, so they're gonna be the best for street skateboarding. And we're gonna see how they roll on rough ground, if they feel like a cruiser wheel, if they help you skate crusty street spots. And to assist with that, I'm at the crustiest street spot in New York City, the Chinatown Mani-Pad. This ground is horrendous. I also got a lot of questions about the Bones street wheels, if they perform well at a skate park. We're gonna test that out at LES skate park and test out the Ricta Clouds there. So I'm gonna answer all your questions about these wheels. Are the Ricta Clouds just as good as these Bones wheels? Has this technology existed all along, that hybrid between a cruiser and a street wheel? Let's find out in this video. First, we're gonna skate the Bones street wheels at the LES skate park. Then we're gonna swap to the Rictas, skate them at the skate park, come back here, and see how the Ricta Clouds perform on crusty street. You ate that shrimp, eat him.
Ugh, everything hurts extra today.
Almost redeemed. All right, quarter pipe warm-up sesh. I'm gonna show you how these Bones wheels slide just fine at the skate park. It's not overwhelming, it's a good balance. Tal's objective is pivot fakie.
Yep, I've been learning this one on and off. I kind of died yesterday trying one, so I have to redeem myself and yeah, try and get these down a little more solid.
Yeah, that post-death pivot fakie is always scary.
For sure.
Let's get it.
I do it where I come in like on my wheel, and George is telling me to like slide it in, so I'm trying it like that.
Slide them in, baby. Tal's on that Formula 4 slide with those back blunts right there. Let's see it. Oh! So another question I got a lot on the Bones video about the unreleased street wheels was, how do they perform in a skate park? They actually perform just fine. All my tricks are working. Even on the smooth ground of a skate park, it's not like I'm slipping out like crazy on this ground. Power slides work pretty much as expected. One weird thing is that given the softness of the wheels, my tail slides and things like that, especially on a quarter pipe, are actually like silent. Like you don't hear that classic squeak noise you get with a harder wheel. which is interesting, but things more or less work fine at the skate park. But these Bones wheels definitely really shine in the streets. And now, before I get carried away with this session, we're gonna swap out to the Ricta clouds, and I'm super curious to see how these compare in the skate park setting. Let's see.
Damn, those wheels are like a very bright white.
Yeah, somebody else was saying in the comments that like the more natural white is like more stylish, and I completely agree. This kind of makes it look like a Walmart board.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that as well.
But you know, we'll save our judgment, see how they perform. I feel like, to me, like in my hand, it feels more cruiser-like. Like it has that like stickiness to it. I have a feeling they're not gonna slide, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, they definitely don't have like the duro of like wheels like this.
Right. I mean, I think technically like these are 92As, and I think these are 93.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I skate like 99 101.
Right, yeah, usually the street wheels are harder. That's why I was like gassing up these wheels, because like they're soft but they slide. Everyone's like, yo, what about the Ricta clouds? I'm like, I always kind of assumed that they would not slide at all, but now I'm gonna find out for myself.
You know, I met Chris Cole here.
Really?
Yeah, I have a photo of us like right over there. When I'm young, my face is like so bright pink red because it's mad cold outside. This was too, I think. I had a Spitfire shirt that was like the Sriracha, but it was Spitfire. You know what I mean? Have you seen that graphic?
Maybe. We're gonna have to put that on the screen right here.
What are we dealing with here? What happens here?
Alright, so I fucked up one of the bolts trying to swap the wheels, and it's not going in no matter what I try. So I heard from my sources, tall, that this deli on the corner might actually sell these.
They should sell bolts. They usually sell they definitely at least sell boards and grip tape. I know that. And I think stuff like unit tools. I might have purchased a bolt. I honestly can't remember. There's been a lot of times at this deli in my life as a skater.
I mean, if they sell bolts, I will seriously endorse them.
No, I think they might. I don't want to get our hopes up, but trust.
I heard you might have these bolts. Oh yeah, this should do it. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. How about for this one here?
Mission accomplished.
All right, moment of truth for the Deli brand bolt. Feels like it's gripping. Oh yeah, that's sinking in nice. Check them out. Thank you to that deli. Now, while we're here, might as well get the sidewalk test on these Ricta clouds. Kind of hype. And then we're gonna skate LES with them and debrief.
They call them the clouds. It makes sense.
Initial impressions, so the sidewalk rolling felt really similar to the Bone street wheels. It's like cruiser-esque, not like full out cruiser, but cruiser-esque. Like it's pretty smooth. I was surprised that they could power slide on that cement because it's very gritty and rough, but it works. I will say the power slides were like stopping like quicker than the Bones would. The Bones would really slide through even on that really crusty ground. And these have kind of a bit of a plasticky feeling. Not necessarily the worst, but something to note. And let's fucking continue our session. Bad sign.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I feel like they grip on metal.
Yeah?
Ooh.
We gotta give the flat bar some love, maybe.
All right. nice and warm from the skate park. Honestly, really impressed by how the Ricta clouds went at 𝓉𝒽𝒻 skate park. I was feeling pretty comfortable. I kind of expected these to stick on rails and for sliding to feel awkward, but honestly, they're feeling really good, and I'm starting to think maybe they are quite similar to those new Bones wheels. Like these could be it. They could have already existed. The rail made a weird squeaking noise sometimes, like on the feebles. But I was still sliding through. I was comfortable. I was actually like really enjoying and hyped on my session. You know, slidey tricks were working fine on the hip. Feeling good on these wheels. And now we're at my least favorite spot in Manhattan. As you can see, this is some of the worst ground. Like the material itself is really rough and there's just a lot of cracks. So we'll see if these wheels will make this spot easier. We're just gonna try to get a manual and a nose manual because I'm not trying to be here all day. So I will say, like, I've been to this spot before and I've been like actually afraid to roll fast enough to do the trick because I'm scared I'm gonna hit a crack and fall over. The clouds are actually making me really confident to roll fast on this ground. And it is making it feel quite smooth. One more comment as I'm struggling to get a manual is that sometimes with hard street wheels, when you're going from rough to smooth marble like this, you could like really slip out, you know? And I've had like scary slip outs on this very marble before, but the Ricta clouds are gripping more. So I'm actually feeling really confident, like putting pressure on that back, and I don't feel like I'm gonna slip out. It's another perk potentially. I scraped and I'm gonna keep it. All right, got my 2 tricks on the Chinatown mani pad. The Ricta clouds absolutely 100% made this spot easier to skate. It increased my confidence. I was able to go really fast on this crunchy ground without fear of hitting pebbles, hitting cracks, things like that. You know, it really made this spot significantly easier. Last time I was here, I was like trying to find the right path in the cracks so that I could get a nice run up, and I was going really slow and I was hesitating. These wheels kind of enabled me to tackle this spot with confidence. I think if I were to like pick a harder trick to film with my street spot, I would definitely love to have either the Ricta clouds or these unreleased Bone street wheels by my side. I would get the trick significantly easier, 100%. Thinking about differences between these wheels, they're actually surprisingly similar. I mean, everyone who left a comment was absolutely right. The Ricta clouds have a nice balance between cruiser-esque in terms of overpowering crunchy ground, but you know, street skateboarding tricks still work pretty well. You know, flip tricks, I'm not getting wheel bite left and right. I'm still able to grind on rails. They're not too sticky. I can slide well enough. I will say, like, I enjoy the power slides of the Bones wheels more just in terms of feeling. I feel like I could slide longer with them. Whereas with the Ricta clouds, I found myself kind of stopping short when I was trying to power slide, but they both do kind of accomplish a similar purpose. I'm really impressed by the Ricta clouds. My personal preference is still gonna be the Bones. I really like the style factor. I like that off-white instead of that bright white. Just think it looks a little bit cleaner, more professional, whereas the bright white looks a little bit cheap. The Ricta clouds do have a bit of this plasticky feeling that I can't quite wrap my head around, but I don't like how it feels as much as the Bones. I need to jump in here with an update because this video sounds way too positive about the Ricta clouds. I filmed this on my first day skating with the Ricta clouds, but after a few days, I just got sick and tired of the wheels. That plasticky feeling that I mentioned a couple times in this video just got more and more annoying. I was getting more wheel bite. I didn't like how the slide felt. It kind of felt like I was skating on rubber, and it just wasn't feeling good. I was desperate to switch back to my Bones wheels, and in fact I did, and they just feel better. So I actually am gonna firmly stand by my opinion that I made in that video about the Bones wheels, that these unreleased upcoming Bone Street formulas are absolutely game-changing wheel formula technology in skateboarding. The Ricta clouds just don't hit the same. They do prevent me from enjoying myself, feeling good on my skateboard, sliding, and things like that. Okay. But they both really do accomplish a similar purpose. So at the end of the day, maybe these new Bones wheels are not as big of a deal. But I don't know. The Bones is real. They're good with their formulas, and there's something I can't put my words into that feels good about Bones formulas. You know, Spitfire's got it too. Those wheels are always feeling good. I don't know if Ricta has it, but you know, I am impressed. So thanks everyone for commenting, telling me to check out the Ricta Cloud. Glad to have tried them out and know what they're all about. Good set of wheels. And that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks, Tall, for helping out.
A pleasure, as always. Thanks for having me on the channel.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys soon, I'm sure.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for the backsmiths as well. Good things.
Next time we'll have to have a backsmith video. Maybe some flat bar trick tips.
I would love that.
That'd be fun.
That's a great idea. All right, take care, y'all.